we were Naruto? Not what if I was in Naruto? What if we were in Naruto? Now this is fun because, well, oh yeah, and this time we did a thought through process of all we're gonna have. Unlike
I'll try to remember it because sometimes I forget.
I will remind you throughout the video. So we're gonna name everything for the first 5 minutes of the video. We're gonna talk about everything, what we are in the story, and the backstories. So let's go with Dominic first. Dominic is a Senju. Dominic we had to narrow it down. He didn't really know what he wanted to be, so I just narrowed it down to 5 decisions: Hyuga, Uzumaki, Uchiha, Namikaze, or Senju. And he chose, and then we narrowed it down to 3. Then finally he chose Senju. So, because I just...
And then I chose Senju because I have all the movesets for Senju.
Because also, yeah, so let me just show you what our character's gonna look like. Dominic, stand with me. The clothes aren't for... Dominic's, clothes aren't gonna look like that until, he reaches a Genin. Ooh, Isaiah's here. So basically, these are what our characters is gonna look like, except for Dominic's gonna have a different clothes. These are actually gonna be my clothes.
I don't know how to, wait, I'm gonna go into images.
So basically...
Can I change to, what, a regular kid looks like, I guess?
Yeah, probably. So
I don't have that many stuff, because,
let me name Dominic's elements for y'all. Dominic's elements are wood, water, and lightning. Oh, he said bye. Dominic's elements are wood, water, and lightning. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And now it's my turn. My element is going to be wind, water, and lightning. Because I like the lightning element, and I want water since that's what Uzumakis have. Yeah, my character is an Uzumaki. How, you ask? Even though all the Uzumakis are dead, it's Kushina's nephew, who was born about 5 days before Naruto and was taken care of for 5 days straight until the Ninetales attack. So yeah. So this is pretty much all we have to cover. And yeah. My character isn't going to be hated as much as Naruto.
Okay, I changed my character's clothes. Okay, I'm going to the middle now. I'm in the middle.
I am going to the Ninja World League face-off. Dang it, we can't do it. We can do a practice, though.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you want to just do regular Ninja World League?
Sure, and then we'll start talking. Dang it, I can't do it! It's disabled. It's disabled. Alright, we're going to do a quick match. We're doing a quick match.
Okay, I was going to say, wait, Christian, turn around, look it, I'm right here,
Hey, that's some good clothes, bro. Alright, that's good. So, we're wearing outfits without the headbands because we're not going to have headbands. So my character is going to have the Ninetales since, well, he's with Naruto, basically, and he's going to have the Ninetales. Don't worry, I'm not making my character more powerful than Dominic's. Dominic's got the Shishu Senju and all that crap, but he doesn't get it yet. And neither do I get to access the full power of the Ninetales. And also, no more of that reincarnation crap. Me and Dominic are going to unlock our own forms. We're not going to have our things. Some kind of Hagoromo reincarnation, because that's Nagato. So, let's just get started. Oh, we got 2 viewers. I'm guessing that second viewer is you, Dominic?
Yeah, I just got off there. But I sent this to everyone else.
No, why would you say that on stream? No, we're supposed to be talking about the what if, not talk about how we're going to send this to people.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Alright. So let's get started. So, let's go. So we're gonna start off with the academy. Last day of the academy already because I'm too lazy to explain the entire academy crap. These 2 would be way stronger than Sasuke, about 5 times stronger than him. And yeah. Dominic is kinda popular since he's a Senju. Dominic right here is a Senju, by the way. Oh yeah, just don't mind my Shinobi Striker jutsus. I'm using wood style since I had my Hashirama thing on and I was using Hashirama. Don't mind my character, don't worry, it's fine. So let's get started. On the last day of the academy, Aruka Sensei would do the graduation exam. It's the Shadow Clone Jutsu this time. Christian's like, well, I have to create clones. Dominic and Christian say this both in their head. They're like, crap. I hate doing this. Christian's like, I have terrible chakra control. Dominic has perfect chakra control. He could just do whatever he needs. Dominic has good chakra control. Christian's got trash into the Nine Tails. And I think we all know that if you're a Naruto watcher. If you watch Naruto, you're already gonna know that Naruto has sucky chakra control. Oh yeah, Christian technically lives with Naruto. Since, well, yeah. Christian would say, "Phew, so I guess it's clone time," he says. "Shadow clone jutsu!" They're like, "What the? Shadow clones? You can't do shadow clones," he says. "Well, screw all you then," he says. "Shadow clone jutsu!" Creating 20 shadow clones, well, about 5 shadow clones. He's like, "Okay. Next, Dominic's turn." Dominic would say, "Wood clone jutsu." And Dominic would create wood clones. And Christian's like, well, that's not fair. But whatever. No, Sasuke's turn. Sasuke just creates 2 clones. And Christian's like, they go, haha, you only get to create 2 clones, loser. They don't say that out loud. He says, alright, so that's pretty good. Christian would say, Christian would say, whatever, this is pretty fun. Naruto would fail the exam. Naruto wouldn't actually fail because Christian's been training him for a while, teaching him how to use clones, good chakra control. As you know, Christian's got that long hair. Sakura still is a simp for Sasuke because there's nothing you can do about that unless you put her in into the Menma universe. Unless you have the Sakura from the Menma universe. Not actually, if you put the normal Sakura in the Menma universe, she's still gonna hate him since he almost killed her. Which she kinda deserved, cause she's annoying. And doesn't shut up about, oh, Sasuke, you don't understand my pain, Naruto. My dad always agrees with my mom. Oh, really? Well, no one cares! He says, whatever. He goes, so basically, the teams would be assigned the next day. The teams would be, the first team, Team 7, Naruto, Sasuke, and Uselessness. Christian says, wow. Sakura's lucky, but also not lucky, because she doesn't benefit anything to the team. He says, ugh. So the next team, Team 8, Shikamaru Nara. You know, oh no, Team 8 is Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga. If you say that fast, it's not Hinata from Naruto. He'd say, whatever. The next team would be Team 10, Shikamaru Nara, Ino Yamanaka, and Choji Akimichi. Now, Team 12. This is a very different team.
I was just AFK.
Alright, well, I just named out the teams. Me and you are about to get our teams.
But
Team 12. Dominic Senju. He's like, everyone's like, alright, well, he getting his team. We're gonna have to make a girl character for the team because, like, we need that for the memes, or we're just gonna get somebody else. Next. After that, I'm gonna say, you know, I'm gonna have some fun. Izumi Hyuga. That just seems fun. Izumi Hyuga. That just seems too much fun. Putting a Hyuga on the team. So, Izumi Hyuga. Everyone's already like, alright, this is gonna be the most overpowered team. The last thing I need is that Uzumaki on their team. And that team is gonna be so overpowered. He says, alright. He says, Christian Uzumaki. And they're all like, yep, that's the strongest team here. We're done. Christian's like, alright. Well, prepare to get destroyed, everyone, in the Chunin exams. They all say, how do you know you're making it to Genin? He says, Christian with an angered look on his face says, would you all like to be strangled by my chakra chains? They say, you can't do anything, he says. Christian would say, ha! He's like, now have I proven myself? When he pulls out the chakra chains, he says, He says, that's what I thought. So the team leader for Team 7 would of course be Kakashi. Hot, okay. The team leader for Team 12, God, I'm gonna have to think this through. Hey, Dominic.
Yeah.
Who do you think our squad leader should be? Would you rather? I'm gonna give us 3 options: Genma, Anko, or Kodro. That dude, the 2 combo dudes. Which one do you choose? Anko, Genma, or the 2 guys who can basically... Genma's the proctor from the final exam from the tuning exams.
Then, Uncle.
You choose Anko? Alright, I was actually gonna choose that one, but I realized that Genma's pretty cool. But nah, let's just get... So, Team 12 leader is Anko. He says, "Wow, this must be a strong bunch this year." So we're gonna be doing a belt. We're gonna be doing a belt test. Even though Anko never did the belt test, I'm still doing it for the memes. Chris would say, "All right, well, you're done." Oh yeah, I forgot to name our jutsus quickly. We don't have a lot of jutsus, but Dominic has wood style, wood clone jutsu, wood style, wood pellets, which means he can create like these. Yeah.
Substitution. Wait, how do you even get the wood clone?
Yamato.
You get it from Hashirama?
No, Yamato. Dude, it's not like your Shinobi Striker build. It's actually you had the wood clone jutsu. And the wood clone jutsu is no substitution. You actually create full-on wood clones. That's not even in the game yet. So, basically, Dominic's jutsus are the wood clone jutsu, the wood style wood pellet, the wood style domed wall, which is just the Yamato jutsu. Christian, he has lightning style, lightning palm, and water style, water bullet. Alright, mute yourself if you're gonna do that thing, cause let's get down to we'll be waiting until he comes back and then we'll return.
Christian.
Yeah.
Isaiah said he's gonna buy Shinobi Striker. Oh yeah, and he said that thing. He wants to know if you're going to his birthday thing on Saturday at the arcade.
I will ask tomorrow.
What?
I will ask tomorrow to see if I can go. Do not say where it is, because we don't want no people in this video who aren't allowed to just come. So, I might ask, I'll ask when my mom gets home. Alright, let's get back to the what if.
Okay.
So, we left off, so during the bell test, Uncle would say, "You guys have to go." She says, "Now, scatter!" Chris would disappear, so would Dominic, and so would Izumi. They'd all head, and Chris would say, "Here goes nothing." Earth style, headhunter jutsu. And bust under the ground. Going da-na-na-na. Dominic would say, "Wood style, wood clones." 5 wood clones would rush, but they'd all get defeated pretty easily since it's a Jonin. But then Dominic would come in with a kunai clashing, doing pretty much a lot of damage. Well, not a lot of damage, just clashing a lot before being knocked back. Christian reaching under, grabs Uncle's legs and pulls her underground, saying, "Haha, headhunter jutsu." And Uncle says, "How about this? Earth style, double headhunter." And he's like, "Shoot." And just poofs. He says, "Shadow clone jutsu." Then he says, "Dominic, combine clones." They say, "Wood shadow clone jutsu." They don't say, it's not wood shadow clone jutsu, it's just them both saying wood clone and shadow clone jutsu at the same time. The shadow clones start to rush, with Izumi coming right behind Anko, shutting off her chakra points in her legs. And he goes, "Alright, well, I was smart and we didn't even plan that out." Here's what say, fire. He doesn't have fire. He says, lightning style, lightning palm. And then he'd say, I'm missing the lightning palm being kicked before being kicked in the face. He's like, dang it, that hurt. He says, well, I have a plan. He asked Dominic and Izumi what are their strongest jutsus. Dominic say his is probably his dome jutsu, which he can probably defend. He says, but his strongest jutsu is probably the wood pellets. He would say, I have an idea. He says, what is your idea? He says, I can bind her with my Uzumaki chains, then you can block her in with the dome wall, and Izumi jumps. And then I could create a shadow clone for Izumi to headhunter jutsu under in 8 trigrams, 64 palms. He says, how about that? He says, yeah. He says, where are those kids? There's no way they're beating me. Dominic,
Yeah.
did you just realize how we both used the same jutsu at the same time?
We both use laughing beauty.
Yes. Alright, so they say, let's start the plan. Christian would say, Shadow Clone Jutsu. Creating 20 Shadow Clones, all rushing Anko except for one. One would dig underground, and then he'd say, after Anko defeats all of them, he says, Dominic would say, wood style, domed wall. Blocking her, and he says, how about this? Ah! Going with the Uzumaki chains, binding her up, saying, now Izumi! He'd say, the clone would say, wood style. He'd say, earth style. Headhunter jutsu. Wait, Christian doesn't know earth style, but that doesn't really need earth style to do. He just breaks underground and grabs Anko and holds her still, and he says, now Izumi! She'd say, 8 trigrams, 64 palms. Hitting the final palm, breaking Anko out of there. Then Christian would say, Dominic, now! They'd say, lightning style, lightning stream! Shocking Anko even more. Then Christian would jump up in the air and say, eat this! Water style, water bullet! A quick, swift bullet hits Anko in the face. And Christian would say, I know another jutsu that can help us out here. He says, Dominic, guys, get ready! He says, Shadow Clone Jutsu! He'd put them to themselves and say, Wind Style, Gale Palm! Blasting both Dominic and Izumi forward, knocking back Anko, hitting her with a full-powered strike. He would appear right behind and say, mine! Yay! And about to grab the bells, but then she poofs. Kristen's like, I really thought that plan wasn't going to work. I don't know how she got past that. There's no way. He says, I think this test is rigged. I think this is like the third Hokage in disguise. I call hacks. I call life hacks. Christian goes, I call life hacks. There is no way. That was the most solid plan. Anko says, oh, it was pretty good, but I heard all of it. He goes, how? A snake would about to bite Christian. He'd say, water style, severing wave, cutting through all of them, saying, God damn, is that Shisu Senju awesome? He says, that Shisu Senju is so good. He says, that Shisu Senju cannot be beaten. I'm kidding. Yes.
I literally just used that move and killed somebody. And he did that to me.
Mm-hmm. Since I was about to hit me, so I was like, nah, I'm getting my revenge. So, Christian would say, Keton, Gokakyu. Okay, he has fire styles. We just have all the elements. I don't care. I want us to have all the elements since it's too fun to have all the elements. He would say, he'd say, fire style, fireball, jutsu. He says, what even are these kids? How many jutsu? What elements do I tap? Christian says, all 5. And she goes, well, that's impossible, but whatever. Christian would say, well, if that's impossible, then how about this? Goes into his QB chakra state, it's just the Ninetales chakra state. It's not the rage one either. He just gathers Ninetales chakra, saying, ah! Finally gathering enough chakra to blast Anko with one shot, saying, crawl you like a cobra, he says.
Hey, okay, so in this game, does Boruto have a thing? A ninja?
Hey, what?
Does Boruto have a ninja to it?
No, he doesn't. I mean, all he has is basic kunai, but he doesn't use that kunai to, like, clash and use those things to fight. So, Christian would say, here goes nothing. Uzumaki chains! Unleashing so many Uzumaki chains that binds up Anko. And then he says, lightning style. Lightning stream. And puts one hand on the thing and lights that thing up with chakra, and he says, Izumi! Izumi would have the gentle fist to that, going, ha! Dominic would even come in and say lightning stream as well, putting more lightning into it, electrocuting Anko, and then Dominic sneaks right under and snatches the bells. Anko says, you got the bells, Dominic, you all pass. He says, what? Only he got the bells, shouldn't he only pass? He says, oh, okay, he can. He says, no. And Anko says, that's what I thought. You all use teamwork, awesome teamwork. I still don't know how I got past that first one. I still think I shouldn't. Person says, well, that's just the power of teamwork. And he says, awesome teamwork if I have to say so myself. Person would say, here we go. Well, there's no point in doing this. So he says, Team 12 is now here. Now, Dominic, I will let you take over.
We all just passed the thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I kind of wish we did rehearse this.
Yeah.
No, I think we should have made a script. Like most What If YouTubers do.
We didn't rehearse that much. Like, we rehearsed some of it, but not, like...
We just talked about what we're going to have, so that we'd actually...
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so, what should I do next? Because
we just finished off the bell test, and then we go on tons of missions for, like, a time skip, and then we go into our first serious mission, like a C-rank mission. Can I just explain that, and you can explain the mission?
Yeah.
So, when they would get back, a couple, like 2 months later, Naruto would brag about how they went on a mission to the Land of Waves and fought Zabuza. Person's like, I don't care. So what? It's Zabuza. He's not that hard to beat. Person says, I'd like to see you fight him. He says, I can't. He's dead. Naruto says, and who beat him? Christian says, Kakashi. And he goes, ugh. And he goes, that's right. You thought, buddy. Hey, Christian would say, let's go home, Naruto. I have a ginormous mission tomorrow. They said it's either going to be a C rank or a B rank. He goes, what? No fair, a B rank? He says, I said it might be. When they go, it's actually a C rank. He goes, dang it, I wanted to prove Naruto wrong. He says, oh, Naruto told them about your mission. So your mission is to assassinate 5 shinobi that are evil, who have betrayed the leaf and have information that they shouldn't know. Christian says, well, that's terribly stupid. He'd say, but fine.
We have to do something to our characters.
What? Oh yeah, I forgot. They gotta get headbands. They gotta get headbands. Now I'm kind of sad because I have to remove the Nagato hair. So for the what if, Christian's gonna cut his hair to make it look all spiky and make it look all better. Dominic's like, what happened to your hair? And he says, I changed it. I don't like the floppy look. It makes my headband feel weird. Plus, I can only see out of one eye. He goes, whatever. He's gonna have the spiky Yahiko hair this time. Christian would say, here we go, So after they drop out the leaf, and Christian would say, I'm gonna sense for some chakra. Christian senses one evil chakra. That person jumps out, and look who it is, buddy boys. It's Zabuza. No, I'm kidding, Zabuza's dead. I don't really think of anyone who's weak enough for the Akatsuki to be beaten. So I'm just gonna say, it's some random. It's Kabuto that they have to assassinate, and this is gonna be a hard mission because Kabuto is insane. Lee Strong, also he's insane. So when they encounter zombies, all Christian's like, "Frick this crap, I'm out. Ooh, frick this, I am out." He says, "Why are you leaving?" He says, "Do you not see who we're fighting?" He says, "Do you not see who we are fighting?" This guy is insanely strong, plus insane. Alright, Dominic, explain how the fight would go. On it.
It's them versus Kabuto, right?
Yep.
Okay. They attack Kabuto all at the same time. But Christian uses, he attacks from underground.
Headhunter Jutsu.
Yeah, and everybody else attacks from above. And Kabuto hits them with chakra stopper.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Yeah. And then they can't use any ninjutsus. But then Anko comes and helps them, because Anko didn't get hit. I don't know what else to say.
Alright, would you like me to do it?
Yes.
Alright, let me just start this thing. They all rush at Anko. They'd all just Naruto run at Kabuto. They'd be like, it's like that meme where that guy was said when he looked up the hidden leaf on the map, and then he did the me and the boys when he was like all again he rushing with the Naruto and going like do 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 do. Chris would say, here we go, guys, let's go. First thing Chris would say is, Earth style, head on Jutsu. Right under, slamming him down, saying, boy, you better get that out of here. Put Kabuto's head on the ground, Christian says. Puts a kunai, is about to stab his head. Kabuto would immediately move to the left, Christian's like, dang it. And he's about to get chakra scalpel, Christian would say, nope. And front flip and say, water style, water blaster. He'd just shoot like so many water blasts out of his mouth going. They all connecting with Kabuto. Kabuto would bust out the sand. He'd be like, bust down the doors. He'd go for a chakra scalpel on Christian. Christian would say, Uzumaki chains, binding him, saying, you really thought you were gonna do that, Kabuto, huh? He says, Dominic, do it. He'd say, I learned this jutsu yesterday. Wood style laughing Buddha, clapping Kabuto in the face. Christian just laughs and says, that is a funny jutsu. If that's a jutsu I'd want to have, I'd love to have that jutsu. That is a hilarious jutsu. You just clap someone in the face. Christian would say, Izumi, blocking off his leg chakra point, saying, ha ha. Oh my god. Christian would say, here it goes. Fire style. She got great fireball. Dominic would also say, ha! Wood style. Laughing Buddha. Clapping him, holding him still. Then Izumi would say, 8 trigram 64 palms. Uncle's like, dang, these kids are insane. Lee Strong. Anko would go in and bite Kabuto's neck with the thing. With the snakes. The snakes would do that, not her.
Isaiah things like when it's finished downloading thing. You should like do a skip or like until you have an exercise.
Oh, you just gave me an idea for us. So basically Naruto ain't even there. Here's what would say, here goes nothing. Looks like I'm gonna have to end Kabuto with my fullest of the powers. He'd say, Uzumaki spear! Turning his chakra chains into a spear, connecting them all together so they turn into a giant spear. Gutting and finally killing Kabuto with just one strike. And the three of them are like, the two, Izumi and Dominic, are like, did he just kill him? He says. Christian says, yep. He says, get wrecked! Then the Sound Force show up. Christian's like, oh, hell no, we gonna go now. We gonna box up. Let's go. Christian saying, activating the Uzumaki chains. Christian would say, you are not beating me. He'd say that, friend. He said, oh yeah, Demon Hunter. I cannot be hit, senor. As long as I am in this state, you shall no longer be able to hit me. Ah, frick, he just took away all my ninjutsu. So, let's get back to the what if. So, the Sound Force show up and they're like, yeah, we're screwed, so we're gonna have to go full power if we even want to contend with these guys. Christian says, don't worry, guys. I have a form that I haven't showed you guys yet. I unlocked it yesterday. Take that, Dominic. You're the only one who doesn't have a new jutsu. I got one, too. He says, it's not even a, he says, this isn't a jutsu. This is a power-up. Ha-ha! Going into the QB-eyed form. Controlled. They say, shoot, the Ninetales is getting released. Christian says, I'm fine. Blitzing one of the Sound Force, punching him right in the face, saying, you know nothing, motherfricker, you're gonna get wrecked. Uncle's like, he's really not taking this seriously. These are deadly ninja. Christian's like, dang right I will not take this seriously. This is way too much fun to take it seriously. He says, Dominic, now! Bind him! He says, word style, silent strangle! Christian says, alright, well, you tell us why you're here, or I will shock your heart till it stops. He goes, why do we care? We're just Orochimaru's pawns. He doesn't even care if we live. Christian's like, oh, that's so sad. Maybe I'll spare you. He smiles and says, he's about to strike Christian and says, nope, I don't spare no one. He says, lightning fist, punching right through him with blood in his hand, saying, that was a good worth killing. That guy was worth killing at all. He was perfectly worth it. He was just a pawn. I don't really care. He was a jerk. He'd say, water style, severing wave. This one's much bigger with the QB and its chakra, cutting right through Jirobo's arm, saying, ugh, man, ugh, like it hurts so bad. Like, bro, why'd you do that to me, broski? He says, so not fair. Christian goes, well, deal with it. You're never gonna be able to beat me, Jirobo. He'd throw a smoke ball in his face, saying, here we go. And then he'd say, water style. He'd say this thing. He's saying, whew, here goes nothing. After doing many hand signs for about 20 minutes, almost, no, I'm kidding, it's like after like about a minute, he says, Tori! He says, water style, water dragon! He goes, busting through the ground, gonna wreck you now. That just rhymed, I don't know why it rhymed. Oh, I don't know why it great. I'll be right back. Hello? What? He's in his room. Alright, I'm back. You usually see Minato, Sasuke, and Hinata in tons of these, like, shinobi things. Living like a rock star. Let's get back into it. He'd say, he'd say, well, water dragon! A giant water dragon would appear. Go. The water dragon would kill almost all the sound fork. 2 more remain, and they're on the brink of death. Dominic would say, oh, you're not the only one who knows a dragon jutsu. What style? What dragon jutsu? He says, what are you doing? He says, so we are doing. What if we were in Naruto? Okay, we're doing that. If you get Shinobi Shrekker, we could add you to this. Maybe.
Are you on the phone with Isaiah?
Yeah, I'm on the stream with Isaiah. So we're just talking.
You want to just add him to the party?
Let's just end the video right there and then.